Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make a potato chips packet. For that, press A, delete everything from the viewport, press shift A, add a plane, and then press numpad 1 to go to front view, then press RX90 to rotate the plane in the x-axis, scale the plane in z-axis, then go to edit mode by pressing tab and subdivide the plane. In the properties tab, change the number of cuts to 43, keep it in odd number, then select the top edge of the plane and press SZ to bring it upward. GZ to bring it upward. Same with the bottom edge, select the bottom edge and press GZ to bring it a little downward. This is for making the seal of the chips packet. Select the bottom edge, GZ, bring it down. After that, press F3 and select the checker deselect, and again press GZ to bring it upward. Same with the top edge, select the top edge and press F3 and select the checker deselect and press GZ and bring it downwards. This will make the zigzag pattern of the chips packet. And then select both the zigzag patterns from top and bottom and make a vertex group for them. So go to the data properties panel and add a vertex group and name it as pin. After renaming it, click assign to make a vertex group out of it. So our vertex group is ready. Now we will add a solidify modifier to give it a thickness. So just add a solidify modifier to it and apply it as it is. Now you can see there is a thickness in the plane. So now in edit mode we will add a loop cut. So we must be in the edge select mode. So add a loop cut in the middle of the packet and by pressing right click on mark seam, and then again add another modifier to it, and that is the cloth modifier, and the properties of cloth modifier is inside the physics tab. So first we will turn on the pressure and change the value of pressure, then go to shape option. In shape, select the pin group we make in the vertex group, then change the value of shrinking to -0.1. After that we will change we are going to field wave and change the gravity to 0, and then press space. This will give the shape of the chips packet. Then apply the cloth modifier. Now the shape of the chips packet is ready. So now we are going to add some materials to it. I am going to change my timeline to shader editor to add new materials to our chips packet. Press N, then press new. Inside the shader editor, press shift A to add a image texture. Shift plus A to add a image texture. Press Ctrl T to open the texture coordinates and then open the image. I am opening my image and connect the color to the base color of the principled BSDF. Go to the material preview mode, switch to the UV editor mode. So here nothing is visible. Go to edit mode, then everything will be visible in the UV editor mode. Open the image. Select all the edges from the front view. So select all the image edges and press U to unwrap it according to project from view. Bring everything up in the UV editor mode and adjust it according to make the front view of the chips packet. Then press Ctrl plus 1 to go to the back view. Control numpad 1 to go to the back view and select every edges in the edit mode, and then press U and unwrap it from view, project from view, and again press A to select everything and bring everything up in the UV editor mode, and again resize it, scale it to unwrap it on the packet. Now the back face and front face of the chips packet is ready, so I will change it again to the timeline mode and bring it downwards. And now I am going to add a modifier to it, that is the subdivision surface modifier, to make it more smooth. Add subdivision modifier and then increase the levels viewport and render and shade it smooth. Now our chips packet is finally ready, so it's time to add a plane to give it a platform to place it, scale it, and in edit mode select the back edge of the plane. First bring the chips packet a little up, go to edit mode after selecting the plane, scale it very large and select the back edge of the plane and extrude it upwards, EZ upwards, and then bevel the edge. Select the edge and press Ctrl B, increase the segments, and our platform is ready. Switch to object mode again and scale it in the x-axis. So here we gave the platform to our chips packet. So now I am rotating it in the x-axis to add a camera. Shift A, press Shift A and add a camera. Press Ctrl Alt 0 to place the camera in from your view, and then lock camera to view and change the focal length of the camera to 90, and then place the object properly in front of the camera. And then in object properties mode we are going to change the x-axis and y-axis resolution. So I am going to change the y-axis resolution just to make it a insta ready post. So I am going to change it to 2100. Go to rendered view and now I am going to change the render settings. Change the render engine to cycle, CPU to GPU, and I am going to turn on the denoise option. Change the number of samples a little low. Change the look to high contrast in color management section. In color management, change the look to high contrast. And as you can see, there is no light in this scene, so it's time to add some light to our scene. For that we will press Shift A, add a area light. Then bring it upwards, GZ, scale it a little bit and change its power. In the light property section, change its power to 150 or 200, whatever you like. I'm keeping it to 150, and now I am going to duplicate this light and add more lights to the scene. So I am going to press GZ, bring it a little upward, and then press S to scale it so that the shadows are not going to be very sharp. Scale it and then duplicate it by pressing Shift D. Then press GY to bring it outwards, and press RX 90 degree. Then bring it a little down by pressing GZ, and then RZ 45 degree to place it in 45 degree angles to the object, and then just shift it in the x-axis again. And now you can see the light is passing through the object with a 45 degree angles. I am going to duplicate the light again by pressing Shift D. And change the median point to the 3D cursor. Now we can rotate it in Z axis exactly on the 180 degree angle, and then duplicate it again by pressing Shift D and RZ again to place it in front of the camera, and just one more light to make it more vibrant, and again press RZ and adjust where do you want to place the light. I'm just checking what is going to be good. I am just trying to place it in just in front of the object. So this is how our object is looking. Now I just want to add one HDRI light, I think. So I'm going to world properties and in color add a environment texture, and now open the HDRI image. So I'm using this HDRI image. You can see there is a lot of light, so I'm going to change the strength of the HDRI to 0.04, and I think this is looking perfect. Now it's time to give some material to the plane. Give some color to the plane to have some background, and then change the roughness of the plane. Yes, so I think that's perfect. So our model is finally ready. So for the scene you can just duplicate it twice or thrice, whatever you want. Rotate it, duplicate it 2 or 3 times, and then this is your final result. After that, press F12 to render it. After rendering it, you can save the image by going to image section and save as. Name your file and save as image. Thank you so much for watching. This is it for the tutorial. See you soon. Keep loving, keep sharing. Please subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.